Well, like I said, I got a fire going finally. It took me a little bit. Everything was iced over and wet. You know, and when you got wet wood, you got to get a hot bed of coals going in order to get the wood dry so it'll burn. I, for one, will not ever buy a stack of wood to take out in the woods to build a campfire. It just doesn't make sense to me. However, that being said, we're here. We got us a campfire. Well, I should say we got us a fire. I got a cup of coffee. So we're gonna sit here, chat a little bit, I guess. Enjoy the fire, listen to the stream down there. Because for me, it's rather calming to sit, hear the stream going down, listen to the crackle of the fire, you know. So last night I got a message from Mr. Ben Cross. Served with him over in 371. And all, and just seemed to be having a hard time focusing on, I guess, the meaning of life. You know, what's the point type stuff. Not in the sense that he's suicidal, but in the sense that, you know, life has become somewhat boring because it's the same old thing day after day where, you know, you get up, you go to work, you come home, I don't know, get drunk or play video games all night, do the same thing the next day, and you do that day in and day out. Well, that's a rather boring existence. So some of the things we talked about was doing stuff like this, you know, getting out, going out and enjoying the wilderness for a while, get out of town. You know, he says that he doesn't live in a real big town. There's, you know, I think he said it was like 50,000 people. Well, that's not super big, but it's big enough. You know, just to go to work and come home and then, you know, halfway past the time just until you go to work again, well, that does lead to a boring existence. I will come up here, not just to this exact spot, but all along the creek, and just kind of decompress, you know. And the best part about it is Facebook don't work up here, Twitter don't work up here, hell, your phone don't work up here. You know, this is one of those things where if you come up here, yeah, take your phone just in case. I mean, there are spots along the road here where you can get a signal and call for help if you need to. There are a lot of nice folks that live up here, or that come up here and visit, I should say. And I mean, if you have trouble, you're broke down, you need some help, well, they're going to help you. But they are the dueling banjo kind of people, you know, the simple folk. And they lead a really simple existence. You know, in our day-to-day grind, even in the town that I live in, Lebanon exploded between the time I entered the service until I was retired. I mean, we're talking almost 20,000 people on top of what's there. And that's just too much for the town. It's it's not built for that kind of infrastructure. So you got to unplug. You got to step back. Take your kids. Take your girlfriend, your wife. Hey, let's get out of here for the day. Spend a few hours up in the woods. Don't wear fancy clothes. You notice I ain't got no fancy clothes on. I got my good old Danners, my Carhartt overalls, and I got a sweatshirt. And you don't want to wear no fancy crap up here because, well, it's going to get dirty, maybe ruined. That's just how it is. And if you get out here and you learn to be quiet, get out of your vehicle and walk around and find a place to sit, you know, life might come alive around you. You know, you might see some little critters running around, or even some big ones. You know, on the way up here, I saw some deer. I know that there's a lot of mountain lions around. I ain't seen one of those yet. The other night I was driving back. It was last week I was driving back. I saw a bobcat skirt across the road. I mean, that's what life's about. You know, the hustle and bustle of the city. Yeah, a lot of people like it, but it ain't for everybody. A lot of people go to the big city because they need to work. You know, you don't see too many tech companies working around up here. Well, that's true. But 2-3 times a month, you need to decompress. Take yourself, take your family, go with some buddies, go out and see what the world's about. Get outside the bubble. Definitely get off the damn couch. Good God. You know, not going to throw Ben under the bus, but, you know, listening to him describe how he spends his days, yeah, I can see where that can get to be kind of dull. You know, I mean, this morning it was ice everywhere. It's cold. It's around 28 degrees outside right now. Again, the snow level's another 500 feet up, which really isn't that far. And I can see them up through the trees. You know, and it's good to get away. You know, a lot of people take their yearly vacations and they go to places like Florida and Hawaii and all that, and that's fine. I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But something like this, yeah, this is heaven for me. You know, and it's good for you. Kind of calms the soul. Clean air, the moisture, the chilliness, all that. It's good stuff. So we're gonna, because it seems that it takes me about 3 hours to upload a video that's 10 minutes long. I'm gonna make a series of videos today, as it is the end of the year, and we'll talk about some stuff, you know, and see how it goes. Anyhow, till we form again, I'll see you on the high ground.